finally break ground. The Rose Bowl may be one step closer to becoming a possible temporary home of an NFL team and ways to prevent one of the deadliest cancers. Plus CCN Weather and Sports next on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood, seconds away.
Business idea? The Pasadena Enterprise Zone can help. The Pasadena Enterprise Zone, open for business.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching CCN Crown City News, your neighborhood. I'm Sehnita Joshua Mattison. Our top story, a stalled and scandal-ridden construction project that brought down two former Temple City mayors on bribery charges may finally get built. After its developer raised $11.5 million, it seems the Temple City Gateway project may soon bring in the rest of the funds needed to start the project. CCN's Paolo Alejandro is here live with that story. Now, Paolo, this has been going on for quite a while.
Just a rather checkered history, to say the least. The project brought down two former mayors, but the current mayor says that was then, this is now. 2 weeks ago, Temple City Mayor Tom Chavez gave his State of the City address and outlined initiatives that would beautify and modernize Rosemead Boulevard and portions of the city. Part of the proposed plan includes Gateway Temple City project. Its intention? To turn the empty corner of Las Tunas Drive and Rosemead Boulevard into a state-of-the-art retail development that will benefit Temple City both visually and financially. Plans to break ground on the often delayed $21 million Gateway project may finally be underway. This project at the corner of Las Tunas and Rosemead Boulevards is headed by Randy Wang and his Manhattan Development Company, LLC. Mayor Tom Chavez specifically highlighted the Gateway project in his recent State of the City address as part of the foundation for Temple City's future.
It will create an estimated 600 new jobs, generate $200,000 in property tax per year, and raise $50,000 in annual sales tax revenue for the city of Temple City. In addition to help us create a new image, it is also a financial game changer.
Mayor Chavez says all the $11.5 million raised so far was done through the Immigrant Investor Program called EB-5. This federal government program allows U.S. commercial and business enterprises to solicit foreign investors. In exchange, qualified investors and their immediate family are granted U.S. resident status.
The developer suggested that we look into this particular type of funding, and they eventually were qualified as an EB-5 program so that they could go out and solicit these types of investments.
We asked Wang and his development team for an interview, but neither he nor his representatives would comment. Still with a projected completion date set for August of 2013, some who live and work in Temple City remain concerned and skeptical about the Gateway project.
Mainly, it's going to be tough. There might not be parking right here in the front of our shop, or, it might be hard to get down Rosemead. It might be hard to drive on Las Tunas. We're not sure what's going to happen with that, but yeah, it's just going to be a little crowded around here.
I've been waiting to see what was going to go in over there, and I don't know what was happening, but nothing's happened over there. I see a flat field with nothing going on.
Wang's plans to develop this corner dates back to 2005. Back then, he proposed the much more ambitious Piazza Mall project, which has since suffered under the weight of public controversy. Wang's allegations of corruption and bribery resulted in the arrest of two former Temple City mayors, Judy Wong in 2010 and Kathy Wilson in 2011. The string of delays that followed made any development seem unlikely. But now, as the new Gateway project gains steam, Mayor Chavez promises a clean slate.
In the past has happened. There's nothing we can do to erase that. But, the current makeup of council, and as I said, the team that Randy Wang has on board now, we've been working well together for the last couple of years, and we're very confident this project is going to go.
Along with the $11.5 million already raised for the project, an additional $2 million is pending. When asked about the additional $7.5 million still needed to reach the $21 million overall price tag, Mayor Chavez says he's confident the figure will be reached and that more investors will come aboard as soon as the project breaks ground. No word yet on when that will be. Sehnita.
Well, thanks for that, Paulo. Now, that's a lot of money that they still need to raise. I mean, they've raised a lot, but do they feel confident that they'll raise it, and should they start a project?
Well, according to the mayor, he feels that more investors will come along as soon as they see progress being made on the project. I guess it's sort of like finally placing a bet on a horse midway through a race.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Thanks for that, Paulo. And Mayor Chavez says that potential investors solicited through the EB5 program are from China and Taiwan. Because many of the city's residents are of Chinese and Taiwanese heritage, Temple City is familiar to many of the investors who already have family there. Mayor Chavez says that there was tremendous advantage for the developers. Well, the on-again, off-again battle to house an NFL team in the Rose Bowl is on again. This past week, the Pasadena City Council angered some residents when it voted to fund an environmental impact report in hopes of attracting the NFL to the world-famous stadium. CCN's TK Trinidad joins us live to tell us more latest on this ongoing saga. Now, TK, we talked to you not too long ago, and it sounded like it wasn't really going forward, and now it's on again.
Yeah, now it's on again. There's that vote that makes it one step closer, so we'll definitely see what happens. This new development is both exciting for proponents and nerve-wracking for opponents because nothing is definite at the moment. The LA area hasn't been home to an NFL team for 17 years. In 2006, Pasadena voted down bringing a permanent team to the Rose Bowl, but that's not stopping the city council from considering a short-term option. This past week, the Rose Bowl Operating Committee and the city took one step closer to making the Rose Bowl the interim stadium for the NFL if a team ever comes here. The Rose Bowl may be one step closer to temporarily housing an NFL team. The Pasadena City Council voted 6-1 this past Monday to help fund an environmental impact report, or a EIR, to the outrage of some Rose Bowl neighbors.
The Central Arroyo is our central park. The games are essentially one day, but there's a day of setup, at least one, sometimes 2 days, and a day or two of cleanup. So you lose a huge amount of use of the arroyo.
Developers have proposed either Farmers Field in LA or a stadium in the City of Industry to permanently house the NFL. If the league accepts either, likely interim facilities include the Rose Bowl or the Coliseum.
Quite frankly, the Rose Bowl is one of the best football stadiums in the world.
Rose Bowl officials say the EIR will take about 8 months to finish and that the city and the Rose Bowl Operating Committee will split the $400,000 costs. The report will examine air quality, land use, noise, impact on recreation, traffic, and regional transportation in hosting a team for up to 5 years. But the NFL has yet to confirm they will even bring a team to LA.
I do believe the NFL would like a team in LA, but it has to make sense.
The Rose Bowl's general manager, Daryl Dunn, says the possible NFL use could help finance the $160 million renovation of the Rose Bowl, which currently is in the hole by more than $20 million.
I think it can help, both the stadium and our financial situation. I think it could be a huge economic benefit to the city.
The Linda Vista Annandale Association's 18-member board voted unanimously last year to oppose any NFL occupancy of the Rose Bowl. Zaniston says he'd like to hear just 4 simple words from the NFL commissioner.
The only thing you could say that would make me happy would say we're not coming.
Rose Bowl officials say assuming the city council approves the completed EIR, if the team moves to Los Angeles, the Rose Bowl will be positioned to negotiate an agreement to be the interim site. If the Rose Bowl is successful in winning the interim bid, the city of Pasadena will have to change a law to increase the number of major events the bowl can hold each year. This story remains ongoing with lots of twists and turns. Chamber of Commerce President Paul Little says there are so many factors that go into the decision that it could take anywhere from 5, 10, maybe even 25 years before a team comes here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Sehnita, back to you.
Well, it looks like they're running with the ball, but they're pretty much close to the 20-yard line.
It's kind of be in the 10 too, because it's just the first step, and no team has even set a date to even come here, so we'll see what happens.
All right, well, you know football better than I do, so. Well, Rose Bowl officials say if the EIR is certified, the Rose Bowl also has the opportunity to host 25 displacement events for up to 5 years. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell won't even confirm talks about a team coming to LA in the near future. He has reportedly said that the league would add 2 teams instead of 1 to solve the possible scheduling problems if a team does come. The league, however, has no plans to start 2 new teams or uproot any existing teams. Well, what happened to all that gorgeous warm weather we had a couple of weeks ago? And when will it come back? We'll find out when meteorologist Curtis Peak comes back with his meteorologist forecast. Don't go away. You're watching CCN Crown City News, your neighborhood.
The CCN Energy Saver is brought to you by Southern California Edison.
Hi, I'm Luna Petty with your CCN Energy Saver. I'm here with Southern California Edison's Dave Ford. Dave, can customers really save money on the compact fluorescent bulbs?
Well, Luna, first of all, I want to let you know how it's a pleasure to see you again. And of course, they can save money when they're using Energy Star rated type of lamps or any other type of product that is Energy Star rating. What I have to show you today is an incandescent lamp as well as a compact fluorescent. This is an incandescent. This lamp here is a compact fluorescent. This lamp will save, comparing an incandescent to a compact fluorescent, it'll save energy. It lasts twice, 3 or 4 times the amount of hours of usage, and it doesn't put out as much heat. And it's definitely going to be a good product for customers to use when they're considering changing out lighting in their home to more energy efficient lamps.
Well, thank you for that information, Dave. Hopefully customers find it helpful. This has been Luna Petty with your CCN Energy Saver.
The CCN Energy Saver is brought to you by Southern California Edison.
Well, did you get your sandbags? This past week, we posted on the Crown City News website that firefighters were asking everyone to prepare for the soggy weekend. The rain came down as expected. CCN's Lily Nuno joins us live with tips on how people in the San Gabriel Valley can prepare for the next round of storms. Hi, Lily. Now, did you blow away in these winds?
I actually managed. I was okay, and I stayed warm inside.
Good to hear. Good to hear it.
Well, Sehnita, emergency crews were on high alert this past week after listening to weather reports that a major rainstorm was expected for the weekend. It rained for most of Saturday and some of Sunday, and even though police and firefighters had no major reports of damage or injuries, firefighters still warn everyone to prepare well in advance of the next big storm. Firefighters gave away sand and sandbags this past week as they braced for what some had predicted to be the biggest rainstorm of the year so far in the San Gabriel Valley. Outside Fire Station 37 at East Foothill Boulevard, firefighters shoveled sand on a first-come, first-served basis. Firefighters also made sand and sandbags available at a Fire Station 38 at 1150 Linda Vista in Pasadena. Additional patrol units were also on call in case the rainstorm caused any major problems. Forecasters predicted up to 1.5 inches of rain falling in the San Gabriel Valley, and we did see some fallen branches after the rain. The Pasadena Fire Department Public Information Officer Lisa Derderian reminds residents to prepare for the rainstorm and other emergencies.
Flashlights, batteries, at least half a tank of gas if you can't get to a gas station. Make sure that you have preparations in place for your pets if you do need to evacuate your homes. So, different variables depending on the magnitude of the storm. And even with the windstorms several months ago, we heard it would be bad. We had no idea it would be as bad as it was.
Well, emergency crews say in Pasadena, Victory Park, and 8 homes reported losing electricity after the rainstorm. Areas of Loma Vista to West Altadena experienced a brief power outage. Fire PIO Lisa Derderian says she wants to remind everyone about safety and says people sometimes turn on their stoves and ovens for heat during this cold weather, but she says that's not such a good idea. She says having the appliances on for long periods of time in enclosed places without proper ventilation can cause carbon monoxide poisoning, which can be deadly. Sehnita, back to you.
Well, Lily, it looks like we're on notice. We better have our emergency kits prepared. We have no excuses.
Always be prepared. That's the big advice today.
Well, thanks for that, Lily. For any homeowners that anticipate flooding, the firehouse will continue to have sandbags available. For more information on how to prepare for the storms or disaster situations, you can call the fire department at 626-744-4655. Well, speaking of weather, it was cold and wet this past weekend, and the winds were reminiscent of the hurricane speed winds we felt during the windstorms. Luckily, it didn't get that bad. But CCN meteorologist Curtis Peak joins us live to let us know if we should expect more of that brutal cold weather. Curtis, what do you think?
Well, I think we're going to see that cold weather for one more night tonight, and then we're going to give away to a ridge of high pressure that's going to come in on Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday are going to be our warmest days of the week. Right now, outside is 61 degrees. Look, we are 10 degrees below average right now. Our low tonight is going to be 43 degrees. Back in 2001, our record was 89. Back in 1980, we saw a low of 28 degrees. But this is what we had this weekend. We had a wash and a blow dry. We got a good wash of the rain on Saturday and Sunday morning, but Sunday afternoon, those winds did come in, cleared things out, and blew everything dry. And we had a beautiful day today because of those winds, but we did get cold because of those winds also. Last night was quite chilly, and tonight will be chilly also. And tomorrow, happy spring, everybody. Tomorrow is the first day of spring, so we are chilly, but spring is here, and spring will come in. Chance of rain over the weekend. We do have a small chance of rain, nothing like we saw over the last weekend, but we do have a small chance. As the week does progress, this storm could dissipate and it could go away altogether. But right now, we're just going to tell you there's a 20% chance and 30% chance on Sunday and Monday. I'll talk about that later in my 7-day forecast. All right, currently outside we have temperatures. It is 55 degrees right now. Sunrise tomorrow morning is going to be at 6:56. Our sunset tomorrow afternoon is going to be at 73 degrees. Winds are still going on out there. Our winds are out of the west-southwest at 13 miles per hour. Our lows overnight, this is what we're talking about, these temperatures. Look up in Monrovia right here, 37 degrees. That's our coolest spot. Glendale, you are going to come in at 42 degrees. Pasadena, 43 degrees. But our highs tomorrow, this low is going to move out. We are going to see that ridge of high pressure begin to build. We are going to see 70 degrees in West Covina, Glendale, and Monterey Park. Monrovia, you're going to struggle to get into high 60s tomorrow, so you're probably going to stick around about 62 degrees. Now, here is that 7-day forecast I was telling you about. Tomorrow, we are going to see 68 degrees. We are going to see 74 on Wednesday and 73 on Thursday. I think that's going to be our best days of the week. We are going to have fantastic weather. That ridge of high pressure will not stick around long. It will begin to dissipate and go away. But Wednesday and Thursday will be our most beautiful days of the week. As I said, Friday, that low does come back. The marine layer, the onshore flow does come back. 66 degrees on Friday. Look at Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 64 degrees. Here's that chance of rain I was telling you about, 20% on Sunday night into Monday morning, 30%. Look at the nights. Wednesday and Thursday in the 50s and Fridays in the 50s also, but back down in the 40s on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we did have a little wash and blow dry, but we had a beautiful day today.
All right. Well, I guess you need those rains to bring those beautiful spring flowers.
We do.
All right. Well, thanks for that,
Thank
Curtis.
You.
Well, a simple test sent in the mail may help prevent one of the leading causes of cancer deaths. More when City of Hope's Dr. Kimlin Tam goes on camera with us. That's next on CCN Crown City News. Your news, your neighborhood.
If your child is getting behind in school and needs help organizing, reading, writing, or studying, Klein's Classes can help. Audrey Klein has been teaching for more than 20 years. Her book, Skills for Student Success, can teach your child essential learning tools. Klein's Classes are affordable and conveniently available online. You can view the lessons and educational films anytime.
I've seen children jump 2 reading levels in 1 year. I've proven it over and over again.
Don't let another semester pass without getting your child some help. Visit kleinsclasses.com and get started today. Live, work, play, and shop in the North Lake Village. See for yourself when you visit our village.
We see the pink ribbons for breast cancer and the graphic anti-smoking campaign for lung cancer everywhere, but most of us don't know about one of the deadliest cancers out there. But research from the Colon Cancer Alliance, or CCA, shows that the second leading cause of cancer death in men and women combined is, you guessed it, colon cancer. The CCA predicts that more than 140,000 people in the U.S. will be diagnosed with colon cancer in 2012, and more than 50,000 will die from the disease. March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, so Dr. Kimlin Tam Ashing from City of Hope joins us live to tell us more about this preventable disease. Now, thanks for joining us, Dr. Kimlin. Can I call you Dr. Kimlin?
Yes, please, Sehnita.
Thank you. Well, so why is awareness of this disease so important?
Well, as you said in the opening, it's one of the most deadliest cancer. it kills 50,000 people. African Americans and other ethnic minority groups are at increased risk for incidence as well as mortality. And you said it, it's preventable. So it's one of the cancers where we truly have a screening for it, and we can detect it before it becomes cancer.
Okay, we'll talk more about that now. Just tell us briefly, though, what are some of the symptoms? What should people be aware of with colon cancer?
Well, some of the things are typical of an irritable bowel syndrome, so that's the scary part. For many cancers, it's really asymptomatic. But if you see bleeding in your stools, unusual weight loss, appetite change, abdominal pain, those could be signs and symptoms. But when we get to that point, it's actually too late. So we really need to think about early detection and screening, which would be for anyone over 50 to have screening done.
Okay. Now, I know some of people are really wary of the colon rectal screenings
Yes.
out there, but I've heard that there's tests that they send to you in the mail that you can send back. Tell us about that.
Right. Those are called the FOBT, and those can be home kits that will be used at a preparation at home that you can mail back in to the diagnostic centers. However, the gold standard is the colonoscopy, so we really strongly recommend that. The beauty of the colonoscopy is that we can treat the cancer or polyps that's found very early with the colonoscopy. So you go in, you have your screening, and you can have the therapeutic surgery done at the same time.
So one-stop shop, basically.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
most people have that prolonged feeling of fear with cancer. Of, they find the diagnosis and then it's months of treatments. But you're saying that they could go in, they could have it diagnosed and be treated and cured right there and then.
Yes, at the very early stage.
Okay.
So at the stage of the polyps or stage 1, where the cancer has not invaded the other surrounding tissues, we're really looking at prevention here. Colon cancer can be eradicated by simply having screening done.
Okay. Now, tell us about, I know the colon isn't, the most sexiest organ out there. I don't know, well, I won't ask which ones are the sexiest, but tell us about the colon and why it's prone to getting cancer.
Yes. Well, we have a model here, so if the camera can turn to it, we can show the colon. We see that it's part of the digestive system, and here we can see an irritation of the colon. We also see beginning polyps and cancer right here. The issue is it's our diet.
Okay.
So we really want to talk about prevention here. We're looking at diet and physical activity and exercise. Our high red meats, high processed foods diet really contributes to irritation and that may lead to cancer. Now, some of these are not well studied, but we do know that those who have colon cancer in their families run a higher risk as well.
And is that why some of the communities, African American, Latino communities, run such a high risk?
We think, and there's growing evidence, that about 33% of cancers in general could be prevented through behavioral change. So reducing red meat consumption. American Cancer Society recommends 3 times a week, not 3 times a day, but 3 times a week. Regular physical activity, about 30 minutes a day. If you smoke, stop. It's the #1 killer for lung and other digestive cancers and head and neck cancers. We also want to encourage people to limit their alcohol consumption.
And those are just good advice for just about anything. Where can people get more information? Is there a website you can send them to?
Yes. Well, they can visit our website at City of Hope, www.cityofhope.org. We're also working with community partners, and that's Set for Life. They can visit that website as well.
And get some of the activities and events you have coming up for colon cancer awareness.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and giving us all the tips and background about a preventable disease. It's good to hear about that it's preventable.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, the shuttlecocks were flying on the court when CCN's Tyra Romero brings us the latest in PCC women's badminton. You're watching CCN Crown City News, your neighborhood.
If your child is getting behind in school and needs help organizing, reading, writing, or studying, Klein's classes can help. Audrey Klein has been teaching for more than 20 years. Her book, Skills for Student Success, can teach your child essential learning tools. Klein's classes are affordable and conveniently available online. You can view the lessons and educational films anytime.
I've seen children jump 2 reading levels in 1 year. I've proven it over and over again.
Don't let another semester pass without getting your child some help. Visit kleinsclasses.com and get started today. Unleash your inner shark. Sharky Zartman's book, Shark Sense, reveals the 14 life-changing steps you can take today to start reaching your goals. Through her witty yet no-nonsense approach, Sharky Zartman unlocks the lessons we can all learn from sharks.
I use the shark as a symbol for your inner source of strength and power, the part of you that doesn't know the meaning of the word can't.
Stop settling for less and start living with confidence and purpose. Order Shark Sense today at sharksense.org and get in touch with your inner shark.
While many of us know the minute-by-minute results of our brackets when March Madness sweeps in, we miss the action in a lot of other sports. One sport that doesn't get enough attention is badminton. But CCN Sports reporter extraordinaire Hira Romero doesn't miss a beat on any court. And she's here live to tell us all about it. So why did you attend a badminton event?
Right. Well, it is a very rare sport that hardly gets much attention in college level, except in the Olympics on a grandiose scale. So here I am to show them some love.
Tell us all about it.
Spring sports are here, and this week I want to highlight a sport that you hardly ever hear reports about, badminton. This past week I went to see the women in action and had the chance to talk to PCC star player Miss Ortiz. A DJ blasts tunes to set the tone and introduce the 2012 season opener as PCC Lady Lancers hosted the East LA Huskies Wednesday. Check out the action. PCC's #1 player, Angie Ortiz, is a first-year Lancer badminton athlete who recently joined the squad from Pasadena High. Ortiz quickly defeated her opponent, reaching the winning 21 points with explosive energy behind the racket. She beat ELAC's star player, Liana Zhu, 21-9 and 21-11, as well as ELAC's #2 player, Zhao Dan Li, 21-11 and 21-7. Ortiz dominated from the start, making her presence known with flawless hand-eye coordination. Her doubles teammate, #2 Cynthia Gutierrez, also rocked it on the court, beating her opponents and going home with 2 single victories. As a doubles team, Ortiz-Gutierrez tag teamed both matches to beat Zhu Dan Li 21-15, 21-19, and Huskies #2 Diana Su 21-14 and 21-12. Final score 15-6 for a PCC victory. Their coach, Bill Sanchez, says, quote, Angie and Cynthia are 2 very skilled players who will keep improving with each match. He says Angie came out of the gate taking full control of her matches, and that Cynthia kept
my first year in college badminton, but I'm used to playing a lot because of high school. I've been playing, this is my 5th year, so I just always give it my best. So even if I lose, as long as I know I tried my best and I was doing my best, then in my world I win. So here at PCC, we practice every day. I only come 3 times a week, but I also go to the badminton club and I play 5 to 6 hours sometimes over there because it's really fun.
Catch the 3-time winning SEC Badminton Lady Lancer champs as they play El Camino College this Friday at 2 p.m.
Well, Hera, that was a lot of action out there. They were just moving all over that court.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the hand-eye coordination has to be impeccable because I tried playing my fair share and not too great at that
one of those, tea and crumpet kind of sports, but it's not. Yeah. Thanks for that, Hira. Well, thank you for that report. That's it for this newscast. Thanks to City of Hope's Dr. Kimlin Tam Ashing, that is, for joining us in studio. And thanks to all of our sponsors, including Southern California Edison, Wink Marketing, and the Pasadena Enterprise Center office building with available space. Thanks also to the CCN crew. They make this show possible. But finally, we thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. Join us each week as we cover the sports, cover the news in Pasadena and the San Gabriel Valley. For all of us here at CCN, I'm Sehnita Joshua Mattison. Have a great week.
I know, right? Huh?
Hi, I'm Jesse Avila at the Convalescent Aid Society, a nonprofit organization established in 1923. We provide the free loan of durable medical equipment